And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So Washington's offense will get the first crack at it here. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah.
Tosses it back. Makes the grab down the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Rush is on him. Quarterback moving.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll try the run. Jukes his way for more. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate in the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard runners.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Caught in the backfield. It's Flowers. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Pulls it in. It's Flowers. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Cobb. Escapes trouble. Stands in and takes the hit. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. To the air on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Northwestern.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Extra point here will tie the game. and he makes the extra point. He marched 78 yards down the field. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Back to the quarterback. Slips a tackle. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Big fullback's got it. Runs through a tackle. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Touchdown, Huskies. He shed tackles right and left and housed them.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Going right to work up top. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll pull it on the read. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. On the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Husky.
And I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. NC State was far from the friendly confines of Carter Finley Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass. It's Cobb. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. And an explosive play. Has him on the move. And he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Powers through the defender. They stop him just a length or two short of the first. And man, what they can do on second down here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Let's take a step back for a moment and think about Northwestern. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play. Start to the
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. That's reeled in. It's Francis. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Wants to go up top on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. To the air. It's Cobb. Snagged in the middle. It's Flowers. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man out of the backfield. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He caught it. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Second down, he'll throw it. Complete. And he's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. They'll stop him at the 1. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Trying to get rid of it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And the try is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Might be changing the route. Now they'll run it on the toss. Plows through the defense. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. Gives it on the option. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Cobb. Here comes the heat. Turns it loose deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Northwestern moving the ball expeditiously. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And how about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The give to the back. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Turns on the jet.
first half lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They're up by 17 over Clemson. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. He'll do it himself. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Looking for a man. It's Cobb. Hit as he throws. Finds space on the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Starting to feel a little pressure.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Catch in the middle. It's Francis. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. They're going to run it. Runs through the tackle.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
He'll keep it himself. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington. Take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Tosses to the quarterback. Oh, and he wants to throw it. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Got enough for the first. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Motion from the wideout. To the ground to try to move the chains. Turning it on! Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the give off the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Bring in the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Cobb. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down. Breaks the tackle. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the move. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Quarterback will keep it. running there. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's home in at the 10. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. They'll move the tight end. Motion from the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Going for the goal line. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew